So guys, I want to show y'all a really funny clip after I talk real quick. It was from the Fairly Local Vegans channel. But first I need to explain something, why this is so funny. I was laughing so hard when I saw this. Okay, so vegans, they don't seem to really have an understanding on how this permaculture, or how the cycle of life works for all these years, thousands upon thousands of years. People grew their plants, but they worked alongside the animals. They needed the manure for the nitrogen, they needed to replenish the soil with the minerals and, bacteria, enzymes, everything it needs to grow more plants. And so vegans are trying to take the manure out of the equation. They're trying to take the animals out of the equation. And some of them, like the Unnatural Vegan, and I think Vegan Gains, will say we shouldn't be using any organic system of farming. We should be using the actual fertilizer that is ruining all of our soil. But yeah, other ones like Ellen Fisher and Fairly Local Vegan, they will, they think they can do this organically with just plants. So I was trying to see what they use as, their compost or whatever. Obviously plants, banana peels, all of that good stuff that rots away and makes good soil. But you also need an animal. And their source of manure is the earthworms. And that's, I'm wondering, I guess that would work for like a little while. I don't know how, if that could work forever for them, but I don't understand the point of taking larger animals out of the equation. And it's technically manure because the earthworms, it goes through their intestines and everything like that. And so there is some nitrogen in the soil. So my whole point is, I feel like vegans don't understand this. They don't understand how to grow their own food, raise their own food, how these systems work, how they always have worked, and how they work best together. And a lot of people don't. This is a modern system. But the thing is, these people are just looking for whatever they believe is to be healthy. They're just listening to stuff on the internet, and this proves it. They're willing to do anything that's cleansing and healthy.
Screw the plumbing underneath my kitchen sink. And I like to put another contractor 5-gallon bucket underneath my sink. And so when I wash my dishes or I wash my hands, I use biodegradable, eco-friendly, not gonna hurt my plants soap. And I'll wash my dishes with it, and I'll wash my hands with it, and wash whatever with it. And whatever water that is supposed to go into my sink, it goes through the piping and into the contractor bucket. And then I use that water to water my plants. So this is called gray water. It is basically scummy water that you're not gonna drink, but your plants will absolutely love it. And so that's what I like to do. I like to use gray water to water my plants. And I also like to use compost tea. And I make my own sort of compost tea. You can get your compost tea from your worm bin, your compost worm bin. You'll have a sort of liquid at the bottom that your plants will absolutely love, especially if you add in more liquid. But what I like to do if I'm short on time is I will add banana peels and like scraps to a jar. And you can use a contractor bucket if you'd like, and you add water and you let that sit a few days, and the water will become enriched with the vegetable scraps and the fruit scraps that you are putting in it, and it becomes some sort of tea. Now, I posted about this a short time ago on Instagram, and for some reason people didn't see the disclaimer that this was for your plants, a compost tea for your plants, and some of them drank it. Don't know why, but don't drink this. This is obviously going to be for your plants. Don't drink it. Really do not. People didn't see the disclaimer that this was for your plants. A compost tea for your plants, and some of them drank it. Don't know why, but don't drink this. This is obvious.
It's a religion at this point. It's a really weird, really sad religion.